and flutes all the damn time. Oh, sorry. Hey, welcome everybody to Garnet and Old live from halftime from Fishweir Brewing Company. Here we are. It's halftime. It's 34-7, and things are going quite well. It started out a little, I want to say rocky, but just kind of sleepy, right, Ryan?
Yeah, Vince, I'm going to say that ye of little faith. Vince was sitting next to me about 10 minutes ago, stressing a little bit. I'm telling him, like, man, they had one good play, one long run, got a touchdown after. Good for them. We had a couple missed plays early on. Look at us, 34-7.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little frustrated just because there were some things that were happening that I didn't like. Penalties, right? We had that touchdown called back. It was a beautiful throw, beautiful catch by Kentron, right?
Mm-hmm.
Called back, and I think that penalty was not a great penalty, man.
No, it wasn't. It was not a push off. It was dumb. There was a lot of interesting penalties today, but let me say this: Keon Coleman. Do we have to say any more?
I mean, I think they targeted him the first four passes of the game, and he caught them all.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that's covering him, Kaysen, I think is the last name. I don't know. The human seatbelt is what they call him. If you haven't heard from the broadcast, I think they've said it like 75 times. He's covering him quite well, but, at some point, his talent is just going to win out. And I didn't really get to catch the last touchdown catch because I was too busy running outside to play with the Marching Chiefs alumni out in the backyard. Tell us about that one, Ryan. You were very excited about that.
Yeah, it was incredible. It was a nice touchdown. Listen, anytime when Benson made that run, I want to talk about the Benson run. When he breaks the three, he broke three tackles. Shrugged them off. It wasn't even close. It was awesome.
Yeah.
So one thing I will say is that Jordan was a little off the first 2 or 3 drives on some odd throw, like behind the back and everything. But since then, the one that was called back was a beautiful throw rolling out. He only got there because of the hold, but it was beautiful. So I'm thrilled right now. And how about Deuce Span on a big kickoff return?
Yeah, absolutely. And then he brought it out of the end zone, which we don't see a lot of with this team. Yeah. But they trust him, and he's got wheels, man. It was a great call there. I have a couple notes here to go over. Starting the game, just like you're saying, I was having a rough time with it, right? Because Jordan almost throws a pick. We almost have a fumble, right? There's one time he's not ready for the snap, right when we scored, right? So this is kind of this sleepy mentality with this game, which we kind of talked about would probably happen, but then you see what happens when they turn it on. It's points and barrages.
Yeah, so here's what's crazy is I think the touchdown by Wake Forest kind of woke them up. Like, oh, we're not going to have this. Because after that, it's pretty much been lights out. They showed a stat about 6 minutes left in the second quarter where the last run, right, the big run for a touchdown by Florida State, 81 yards, was more than the total offense of the entire Wake Forest team.
Yeah.
So, again, 60 of the yards from Wake Forest was on that one play. The defense has been playing good. How many sacks do we have so far, Vince?
The last I saw was 4 sacks. There may be more now, but 4 sacks on this game. And we kind of thought that there would be a lot of opportunities to get to the quarterback, especially if they were going to play the Italian Stallion, but they didn't. They started their starter, and they're still having a rough time, even with him. And
for those of you that don't know, we're live at Fishweir Brewing Company. Why don't you bring up that front cam?
Yeah, look at that.
People having a good time. It's a nice little watch party. Vince, we need to put a camera next time out in the patio. The patio's packed out there.
The patio's packed. There's a bunch of people out there. The weather's beautiful. That's where the alumni Chiefs are out there. And there's also a lot of families out there, a lot of little kids, because it's a turf grass backyard. It's not dirt or whatever. But they're having a great time out there. And every time we score, I run back there to play along with them. Here's another bar cam. People at the bar. If you're at the bar, turn around, wave hi. And then we have another cam here, just kind of the long shot here to the front door. I'm telling you, folks, if you are a Knoll and you live in the Northeast Florida region and there's an away game, you want to come to Fishweir. The owners are Knolls. They love the team. They love the school. This is the place to be.
Yeah. Vince, I had a note written down. I since deleted it, but Robert Griffin III, man, any game that he is the commentator, it's tough for me to watch.
You mean Gryffindor?
Yeah, Gryffindor. Yeah, Robert Gryffindor. It's kind of awkward sometimes. He makes weird jokes. He kind of laughs very loudly in the microphone.
Yeah.
And you're just like, man, just calm down a little bit, you know? But you can't really complain about anything in the first half. Your prediction, Vince, again, was 45?
42-14, I think.
Okay, so 42-14. And mine, if you remember, Vince, was 55-10.
They're rubbing it around here.
I'm telling you, Vince, I think we'll get somewhere in between our two guesses.
Yeah,
I think
could
we get
be
a 48 or a 51, 51, somewhere around there.
I'd be happy with that.
How many drives do you? All right, let's say the score remains, Vince, 34-7, and it's halfway through the third. Do you sit Jordan?
I mean, as long as the defense is holding serve, yeah, I think you can and you should.
Yeah, I would like to see him sitting down sometime in the third quarter. I think they do it immediately if you get one more touchdown. Keep in mind, Wake gets the ball first, so hopefully it's a quick outage. We have a lot of good.
We got some comments
here.
We should probably pull them up on screen. Let's start with the Moen show. Hold on.
I want to do that. Of course, yes, it's in Jacksonville. So for those of you who don't know, look it up. Fishweir Brewing Company in Murray Hill. So it's right around the Riverside, Murray Hill, greater area. Great little strip of restaurants and bars right here.
I don't know if this is a troll or not because I've tried to plug this place over and over again. Is this bar in Jacksonville? Absolutely it is. And you don't want to be at the game that's actually here in Jacksonville today. You don't want to be around that. You want to be here. So, yes, this bar is in Jacksonville.
Yeah, it's a great place to come. They have nothing but Florida State fans here, and they have the game on the loudspeaker and everything.
There is one Gator here and one Texas A&M fan I saw here.
Vince, before we go into more questions, before we go into any further, we met a gentleman today who for 20 minutes tried to sell us on the future of cryptocurrency.
I took down all the notes because I don't want to be left behind. But, yeah, if you want to know anything about crypto, don't ask me. You want to ask this guy. He may be available for parties.
I think he's had a few drinks.
He might have had a few drinks, yeah.
But going back, let's bring up Moen's comment here. Friend of the show, right?
This cracked me up when I saw this come through. Yeah, this team will be quite good as the Big's crown jewel in the South. Hey, I still think it's going to happen. I know there's a lot of people out there that want it to happen today. It's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen at the end of this season. It's not going to happen probably till the end of the following season. So if you're still waiting for all these realignment things to fall, I think they are going to fall. It's just, don't hold your breath.
Vince, not a troll, confirmed.
Oh, awesome. I love Jacksonville. Kirk, yeah, absolutely. I love Jacksonville too. Ryan, do you used to love Jacksonville?
I will always love Jacksonville. I'm a big Jaguar fan too. And even though I have relocated to Tampa, I am still going to remain a Jacksonville Jaguars fan over the Tampa Bay Bucks, which this year it's a good thing I am because the Bucks not doing so well. And
Not so well. Yeah, so Jacksonville is the place to be for today. And maybe, like we already said, maybe next season, since you're going to be headquartered in the Tampa area, maybe we'll find a way to do some Garnet and Old shows live from a Tampa spot too.
If there's a feature that you would like to see us do on these shows or anything you'd like to see coming next season, post them in comments. We'd love to know about what you'd like to see on these shows. We talked about maybe even doing a watch-along, right? That might be fun, commentary. But I don't know if we're ready for that. Then.
I don't know. You see the veins coming out of my forehead. And if you know me from a former life, when I start getting a little anxious and stressed, my veins start showing in the temples area. So this is a good one here too. Kirk is all about it today. We need to hang 60 on these fools. I agree. Why not?
Kirk let us down, though, because I don't like this one. Home of the greatest outdoor cocktail party, which happens today at 3:30. Listen.
I don't think they're allowed to call it that anymore.
I'm going to be honest with you, Vince. When I worked, many of you know I worked like 10 years for Chick-fil-A.
Holy poultry.
And we would cater, and we'd have to drive out to the stadium when I was doing that. And probably one of the least comfortable deliveries. I mean, when you get there, people are just destroyed. It is a big cocktail party, but I wouldn't call it the best. I think the best party for drinking is right here at Fishweir Brewing Company. On
Today it is, and often it is, I would assume, but especially on a game day.
I agree with this, by the way. I would say next week, pending the pit result.
Yeah.
If you look at the standings, he is on to something here. Most teams have 2 losses in the ACC already.
Well, it says today and next week.
Okay, yeah. If you beat Pitt, it almost doesn't matter.
Yeah, agreed. Again, I'm just happy we're started to roll here, and we'll see what the second half brings. I don't really have too many other things from the notes. You talked
see
about
that
crypto
clutch
already.
mute? Did you see my clutch mute for the
when
cough?
You coughed? Yeah, it was very good, very good. Things really started to open up with the screen calls.
Yeah, they did. He ran the same play twice, and both of them went big. One for the touchdown.
Big plays.
And what's great about that is it pads Jordan Travis' stats because it's a passing play. But really, that's a run. I mean, we always consider a run play as fans because it's an extension. They always say an extension of the running game.
Essentially the run play. Yep.
Benson, man, sometimes he surprises me. He has a little Cam Akers in him. He doesn't have the top end speed of, say, with Dalvin Cook. But he does have the ability to shake
once
off
he gets
people.
going. I mean, the speed is deceptive, I think, because I think the guy that was the last one that had a chance to catch him, I thought he was going to catch him. And Trey Benson said, nay on that. How about Jaheim Bell's long catch? You don't see many tight ends that have that kind of body control to be able to pull that pass in.
We didn't watch all of the game day, but apparently Herbstreit picked Wake as a potential upset. Not today, Herbstreit. I agree, Frederick. That's nonsense. Not even close.
Upset alert. I mean, whenever you come off a big game and you are, what do we have here? A little carrot cake action.
Oh, let's do it on camera.
Thank you very much. Apparently, it's a birthday out in the backyard. Cheers, brother. We're having a birthday in the backyard, and we're getting a little carrot cake action. Love it.
I think Teola Winston made this.
It could be. What were we talking about?
Florida's kicking ass.
Yeah, we're talking about the fact that, whenever you come off a big game and you're going to an environment that's not going to have some built-in energy, that you have a chance, especially with a team that you've struggled with, there's a chance that things aren't going to go so well, at least for a while. And I think we put that to bed, at least in the first half. It's looking pretty good.
It is, Vince. What's your keys to the game for the second half?
Just keep on. I mean, I think you continue running, the screen game. I think you continue, inviting them in. Maybe hit a couple over the top. Maybe you don't really need to because they don't seem to be able to cover the short game. Mm-hmm. And let's get another 14 points on the board, and then get Tate in the game.
Absolutely, Vince. You'll like this one. We disagree on this topic, but the bigger clown is McAfee. Vince, he said earlier, if you're over the age of 40, you hate McAfee. If you're under the age of 40, you love him. I love McAfee.
I can't stand that guy, but he's got a national audience, and we have a sub-national audience.
We have a regional.
We have a regional audience. Yeah,
we have as much audience as the CW does.
Who's playing on? CW's Clemson's playing on the CW.
Yeah, Clemson is representing the CW today. That's how far that program's fallen.
I was going to say, I said on the show on Thursday, coming to you right after Riverdale.
Well done, sir. Well, listen, my keys to the game, Vince. Keep doing what you're doing. Just run I actually would think that we score one more with Jordan, and then we sit him, and then I think we see Tate get a chance. Maybe either AJ Duffy or Brock Leggett. He's out, right? Brock Leggett is still injured, I believe. So maybe a little AJ Duffy later today.
Oh yeah, why not? I mean, if you're gonna score this many points this early in the game, then there's a chance that he is going to get in. We also have some fans out on the West Coast, which some people call the best coast.
It's the best MSP in Jacksonville. iVenture Solutions. One of our I don't know who that is. Jay, if you could post your name in the comment section, we want to know who you are because I'm sure we both know who you are. Yes, we agree.
Number 4 Coleman is a menace. Absolutely. He's going to get his, even with the guy that's covering him, which, hey, he's a good defender. But Coleman's going to get his, and he's already gotten some.
For sure. Well, Vince, we're going to wrap up the halftime show. It's about to start here in a little bit, but what a great time here at Fishweir Brewing Company. We're going to get some fried chicken here in a little bit, Vince. How about that?
Yeah, right here. I'm going to start with the cake, I think.
Perfect. Well, everyone, enjoy the rest of the game. We have a live post-game show. Again, you'll see the link post about 5 minutes left in the game. We'll hold it until the game's actually over, and then we'll start live at that time. So come back over, see the post-game. I assume we're going to be reacting to a big win.
I'm hoping from your mouth to God's ears, brother.
All right, everyone. Send the Chiefs all the damn time. Go Noles. Have a great rest of the game, everyone.
Go Noles.